Welcome to Fast Cars, Fast Girls with Abby and Molly.
Yep, it is the race report of the Honda Indy Grand Prix of Alabama.
Higpa.
Now it's like blah, so it doesn't work out. Long Beach doesn't work. It's great.
It does not. But yes, the race report, which was our first time going to Barber.
I think we're gonna have to keep going.
Oh, we are. That was fantastic. Aside from the
tropical
storm,
I don't know what happened.
Rolled through.
It wasn't even a spring storm because, damn.
Yeah. I mean, and just the heavens opened up. It came out of nowhere Saturday night. That was wild.
Like
we were down with some of the Pain Tour people, and then, and it had been kind of raining, and of course, Molly turns to me and says, "Do you want to join me in the fine Hoosier tradition of standing on the tallest part of the hill and watching the storm roll in?" And I was like, "You damn right I do."
And now that we are adults with adult beverages.
Yes.
Because there's nothing better.
So, nope. And I was like, let me mix a drink real quick.
I'm like, hold up.
Grab a poncho in case it starts raining. I had my umbrella. We head up. And then there wasn't a lot of lightning. We didn't really have a light show. It was just kind of sprinkling. And we were like, oh, I guess this is all it's going to be. The radar looked like it was going to be a little more intense. But so we hung out for a little bit. And then we went and hung out with our friends. And next thing we know, I don't even know that there was a crash of lightning.
No, it was more like all of a sudden the wind went from 0 to 100.
And then just pouring down rain. The heavens opened up.
Yes.
You ran down to secure our canopy to make sure that it didn't fly away.
Fly out and make sure that the flamingo was safe.
Yes. We had recently had her returned to us, so she had not been tethered back to the van yet.
No. Thank God, by the way.
Thank God. I don't think it would have survived.
No.
But yeah, I'm pretty proud of us. We stayed dry in our tent. Dry and warm
in a tent. I mean, we got skills all of a sudden.
Dry and warm. We didn't lose any of our shit. Dropped the canopy down.
Everything was fine.
Yeah. Not everybody was so lucky, I will say that.
Ooh. Including the Chip Ganassi trailer in the paddock. They lost their whole canopy top. And I was like, somebody didn't run quick enough.
No.
I think that's the rookie's job.
I think so.
It starts going. Scott looked out and he was like, boop, 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 Rosenquist, you got to go and get it. And Felix did not.
There's somebody's yard in Alabama that landed in. It was like, what in the actual fuck?
What is this?
This is so huge. Although if you have the, if you had the poles for a canopy that big, those things are expensive. I'd keep it as a spare.
I've been like, we just roll this on up here.
Right. It'll dry out tomorrow in the sun.
It'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, no, Chip Ganassi, they were not as lucky as we were.
No.
Oh, but yeah, beautiful park.
It's so pretty. So many trees.
Oh, so many trees.
And the elevation changes, honest to Pete, the television show does not do it justice. The television broadcast does not do any justice.
It really doesn't. Even though it doesn't have the most elevation changes of any track, it's constant, though. It's constantly changing. And the course as you're walking around. Because we've been other courses that are hilly, but like Mid-Ohio has more elevation changes on track, but where you walk and all that, it doesn't feel like there's as much, whereas there was a lot of up and down. I was very happy any and all times we got a ride.
Yes. And even Road America, there's that one section, but other than that, and that nice little weird back part, but it's not even that bad over there either.
It's really not.
No. It's interesting.
Very interesting.
But not a bad spot to watch a race from so far. Every different place we sat, you could see 2/3 of the track, it felt like.
Yeah. There was a gentleman who's local, said he lives about 5 minutes from the course, who was kind of filling me on some history and things. And one of the things he said is, that the track is kind of folded in on itself.
Yes, exactly.
And that was a great way to describe it. And so because of that, there's really not a bad place to sit. I was really impressed by how much of the course you could see from all of the GA. And yeah, it was great. And cleanest porta potties of any track.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have to talk about that because
that's important business as a female.
That's a big deal. They pumped those, they cleaned them out
multiple times a day.
At least twice a day, it felt like.
I would say probably 3 on the weekend.
It was the end of the race, 8-ish, 9, when we were packing up to leave and they were cleaning them out. And I was like, dudes. The race is over, half the people have left, but they are still out there pumping that shit.
I mean, you felt like you were one of the first 3 people to use it every single time.
And fresh toilet paper in there all the time.
Fresh toilet paper, yeah. Never had a toilet paper issue. Many times there would only be one roll that hadn't even been opened. There would be 3 unopened, fresh, ready to go. there were a couple times that like wasps had gotten in. Well, when they pumped them, they also. I
don't know.
assume because I've been other places where once a wasp is in a porta potty, you try to use it like the wasp was taken over for the weekend.
Right. You got to just let it go.
But no, like they would even get the wasps out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Maybe they just left.
I mean, I doubt it. Those doors they close on themselves.
Well, I meant like when they open it up to pump the shit.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe they were like, deuces.
I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, very impressed by that.
Oh, so impressed.
Great food trucks.
Yes.
The wine and beer festival.
I mean, I guess we should probably come clean.
I mean, all right, unless it's your first time listening to us, and in that case, welcome.
Hello. Welcome to the shit show.
Right, welcome to the shit show. So if the first time you saw us was on the autograph stage this weekend and you started listening to us, welcome to the shit show.
Hello.
So we went to the wine and beer fest on Saturday, and there's no admission fee. It's just free wine tasting.
Yes.
And then there was some free craft breweries there as well, and craft cider and things. And so there's a little bit of beer as well. And so we kind of pop back and forth. Oliver Winery, which is just outside of our alma mater.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm like, nope, that's the wrong A word.
Nope, word's not there today.
But yeah, so just outside of Bloomington, they were there.
Which we were
had to walk over.
excited. We thought maybe it was them, and it turned out it was.
It was, and so we went over, and I said, all right, first thing I just gotta say, we're both IU alums, and the guy high-fived us, and I'm like, and we gotta try everything.
Yeah, and
he was like, you haven't tried it before? I'm like, oh no, we have. But
we're like, first of all, whoa.
So we became buddies with that guy, and then and he was like, come back as much as you want. So then Sunday we went back to the wine fest. And we took him up on that.
Yeah.
And
he,
not just him. We hit up.
I think we hit everyone
because Saturday was very crowded.
Yeah.
So we got some tasting, but Sunday was not as crowded. So we were able to just move booth to booth. Some of them had a little heavier pour than others.
Yes.
We damn near missed the start of the race.
Which was interesting because they shut it down. So they shut it down at 12. No, they opened. So they shut it down. I don't know. They shut it down because we stepped out.
Yeah, from 12:30 to 2:30. They were open, and then from 2:30 to 3, I think they shut down. So 2:30 they shut down.
So we had to step out. So obviously at that point we should have gone, but we had been drinking.
We had been drinking
heavily and nearly missed the start of the race. So
damn near did. We went to the bathroom. We looked for food, and the next thing we were like, are there cars on the track?
We're like, wait a minute.
So parade lap. Get on the top of the hill. Get up to the top of the hill. Just moving as quick as we could. Luckily, our friends saw us, and they were like, Abby, Molly.
We've got seats. Thank God.
Thank God. Oh, so.
But it was really nice. That's kind of a fun thing to do at kind of this permanent
and they had a whole art festival that we did not make it to. But had you gotten beyond the wine tent, there were also local artists that were selling things. And so that was very cool. It felt very much like Penrod here in Indianapolis.
Yes. I think that's kind of a fun thing that other tracks should think about, like auxiliary activities that bring more people in, or people who are in there will go and do shit. So
absolutely. I mean, do you know how many of my friends that aren't into racing that I could talk into going by saying there's free wine tasting?
Yeah, there's a wine tasting event there, though. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, let's watch a little bit of the racing.
Right, like let's compromise here. Yeah, I mean, they had the place packed with things to do and things going on the whole weekend.
The whole damn weekend.
I was very impressed.
I really was too.
And I mean, our home track is IMS, so it's
really hard to impress us.
It's hard to impress us, and I was extremely impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Barber, they know what they're doing.
They really do. So definitely we're going next year.
And also, I got a little more insight to the story. Everybody says that it started as a motorcycle course.
Mm-hmm.
So there's more to the story, and I don't know why they don't tell the full story. So basically, Mr. Barber built it with his own money, all that business. And he loved motorcycles. That was his passion. So he wanted a course that was both fun to drive and also very challenging, which I think clearly
he
succeeded at that.
Yes.
And so, he made it for motorcycles. And after a little bit, somebody said to him, if you made it 8 feet wider, you could have vehicles with 4 wheels on this track. And he thought about it. And the legend is that the very next day, there were crews out there widening the track.
I appreciate that the legend is the very next day.
I mean, I doubt it was exactly the next day, but I'm here for it.
No, I think it's exciting.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, actually. It wasn't just like, oh, it was wheelchair motorcycles, and now this. Somebody was just like, it only has to be 8 feet wider. And he's like doing math in his head.
He's like, oh, only 8?
We could do that. All right, let's rock and roll.
Let go.
So Yeah, very cool. We heard multiple people, talk about the
Barber
Way.
Way. Yes, that's a big thing out there because like it's like bottom to top, like theory of making sure everything's clean. Somebody was telling me like they will bust tables as soon as you're done if you're in one of those places. Like, yeah, and it was picked up. The staff was very friendly.
It's not one of those where things don't get cleaned up till after everybody leaves. No, it's constantly
They're
being cleaned
cleaning
the
it.
entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So, not something that happens at the Indy 500.
No,
I mean, the problem is it's.
Too
I don't know how you
big.
change the culture of that at this point.
No, you can't.
You can't unteach that to 300,000 people.
No, you really can't. That's part of it. Like, oh, I'm done with my beer. Drop. Oh, I'm done with my sandwich. Drop.
It's like a free for all. It's like the one time a year you get to be totally irresponsible.
It really is, and it's so weird when we go there. Oh, because you're like, I can put it down.
It's always my favorite when I have a first timer and they start. I'm like, you don't have to pick that up.
No, just let it go.
It's fine. No, but I'm gonna trust me.
It's people
It'll
make money.
be recycled. I promise.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
People are gonna get paid money to come here and earn money for school trips to pick this up for their Boy Scout, Girl Scout troops,
And I don't know,
choirs,
whatever.
sports teams,
Philanthropic organization.
right? Lots of local Indianapolis children's
Depend on
organizations.
your trash.
Please leave it in the stands.
Do it for the kids.
But yeah, but great first weekend at Barber.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if you've not been, go. And if you have been, you're like, duh.
Yeah.
Could have told you that.
Yeah, no, it was great.
All right. Well, I guess we should start talking about, like, the race and shit like that happened.
So, well, we didn't see the first parade lap, but
we missed that first parade lap. But I think we have to go back to qualifying because,
walls.
oh my God, ne'er a Penske nor an Andretti made it to the Fast Six.
I know, and the only Penske to make it to the Fast 12 was Power.
I know, and we're all like, what the hell is happening?
I mean, Pagano barely didn't make it into round 2. I think he was like 7 out of his group, number 7. Or did he end up further down?
I think it might have been 8 because he rolled off 14th.
Okay.
So he didn't make it. Nope. He was. I can't do the math right now.
Yeah. But yeah, he was like, yeah.
He barely made it out of the top 12. Yeah, Power rolled off 7th. So.
Yeah.
But, I mean, dear God, that was weird. I mean, I was here for it. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I mean, Ray Hall, Letterman Lanigan, taking the pole and P2.
I mean, front row lockout.
Crazy. Dave Letterman came down at the last minute for it.
Dave was like, all right, I'll go to Alabama. Santa showed up.
Santa showed up. I love David Letterman.
I do too. It's always exciting when we get to see him.
It is. But yeah, exciting weekend for them. Well, and them and the Schmidt-Peterson cars, they were dialed in from day one.
It was a good weekend for those two teams. And I appreciate because they're a little bit of the smaller team. So then now with Aero, people are saying that Schmidt-Peterson Motorsport is a bigger team. And I'm like,
no, I mean, no. Not exactly.
No, the bigger team's kind of struggled a bit.
Yeah, they did.
Interesting.
Well, and Doug and Dave, who we camped with, Doug was cracking me up because all weekend long he kept saying that the Penskes were sandbagging, that they were going to come out and own
we
it in
all
quals.
were making those jokes.
We all. I mean, the number of times I was like, "You sandbagging son of a bitch."
And then quals happened, and we all went,
"Oh, they weren't.
They were not sandbagging.
They didn't have their shit locked up."
Well, I think part of it was the tire issue. So apparently Firestone, the alternate tires they had first brought were an older compound.
Yeah, so the Reds, and not all the teams had those though.
Right,
so like half of the
all over
teams
the
on
map.
Friday had a red compound that was different than the other half of the teams.
Yes. And so that's why times on the blacks were actually quicker. And everybody's like, I don't know what's happening.
And why people were all over the damn course.
Oh my God. I have never seen so many slide offs in my life, it felt like.
I've never heard so many professional drivers and team members talk about how much they expected everybody to be all over the road during a race.
Yes.
Everybody that we said something to, they were like, it's been wild all weekend. I don't know what's going to happen.
It's going to be squirrel. I mean, fun, but I mean, spoiler alert, one caution. One caution period, and that was because a car stopped and Chilton hit the tire barrier at pit in.
Yeah.
One caution after God and everybody spun off.
Oh my gosh. They were all over that track.
I'm going to try and go back and figure out how many people slid off, but I'd say damn near half the field.
Oh, easily. I would say easily.
Yeah. I mean, Zach himself decided to spin off, I don't know, 8 times.
Yeah, AT Beach.
AT Beach, that's the new name.
Yeah.
He has graduated from Fireball
Yes.
Now he's AT Beach.
AT Beach.
Because both Coda and here, he was like, well.
The video of them blowing the gravel out of his car
Oh
and
my
the
God, the
pile
pile!
just sitting.
Because it wasn't like teeny gravel either.
No,
It was
it
like
was big.
chunky, healthy gravel.
Yeah. And I mean, they had his seat out. I mean, there was gravel all
everywhere
in that car.
I can't. Well, and I don't. You were so for P3. Practice 3. I sat with Jim and Rayanne on like between 2 and 3, and that's where Marcus Arison like lost it into the gravel, and then chucked the front part of his car under the fence. So much so that like they disconnected the nose cone, and just like the car went one way, and then AMR was like, now how do we get this out of the fence? They like kicked it enough so it wouldn't stick out. Practice continued, and then they got a sawzall out. And like popped it out on the other side, and I was like, this is insane. This is insanity.
Oh, that's a real expensive sawzall excursion.
I mean, I was here for it.
I mean, yeah, but that
I was like,
it's done. There's no repairing that.
Nope, it's gone.
He's
That
dead.
will not buff out.
That will not buff out.
That will not buff out.
Yeah, they were like, we could save it, but he tried to hit one of our guys in a porta potty last week. So
and we're cutting it off. This is what you
cutting
get.
it off.
This is what you get.
That's what you get, rookie.
You don't fuck with AMR.
But yeah, that was people were all over the place. But yeah, so the tire issue is a problem, and when we talked to the Carlin racers at the happy hour, which thanks everybody who came to that. That was fun.
So exciting.
Yeah, and we got to have Max, Pato,
and Charlie
Kimball. Yeah. But yeah, Max talked a lot about how there just wasn't a lot of rubber down.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that was the tire issue because the different compound, and that, just normally by the time quals rolls around, there's just a lot more rubber and the track has a lot more grip to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, there were also like 4 different other tire compounds that were going down.
And so that makes a difference as well, and it makes it more slick, because it's kind of undoing what you've done.
Yeah.
So, although Max did predict, he said if it warms up, we'll have a lot more grip, and so,
it was nice and warm.
Yeah, he said, on race day, if it warms up and there's grip, it shouldn't be an issue, and it was not.
Mm-hmm.
And we learned from Charlie Kimball that Barber is one of the lowest yellows, has the lowest percentage of yellows of any of the courses that we go to.
Which I'm sure would also be the same for practice had they not had the weird tire issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the race, which that held true.
It did. Only seven laps.
In fact, we actually told that to some crew members from RLL who gave us a ride on race morning.
Yes, that was nice.
We made it. We said, hope you guys have a good day today. And the one guy said, we just got to get through turn 1. Which
is always one of my favorite things to say, though. Like, okay, but lap 1, turn 1 is happening.
Lap 1, turn 1, exactly. We're like, yeah, it's the hardest turn, the first and the last.
Mm-hmm.
And then we lapped, and yeah, they say that Bobby Rahal would just be telling Takuma Sato, no attack, no attack, over and over until they got through lap 1, turn 1.
No
attack,
no attack, no. Don't you do it.
No.
He's just watching the throttle. No.
I can just hear Takuma. Now? No. No attack.
It's like the guy on the Southwest flight when, like, you're not allowed. Remember when some people started to unbuckle before we got there, and he was like, I hear unbuckling. I can just imagine Bobby like, I see the throttle, Takuma.
Right. I see the telemetry.
I see it. Stop.
But yeah, even we told them, we said, well,
apparently
there's not a lot of yellows there. And even they laughed and like, well, we'll see.
I love it when everybody's like, okay, but for realsies though.
But yeah,
right.
I was there for that fun fact.
That was a really fun fact.
It really was.
Yeah. Charlie's got a wealth of knowledge. I don't think people really appreciate that in him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was great. Actually, it was great to talk to all 3 of them. And the Incarnation members that came asked some really great questions.
They really did.
Yeah, and that was awesome. It was just the right amount of nerdy for me.
It really was.
Like,
well, speaking of ICN and speaking of nerdy, we should probably mention real quick the autograph session.
Oh, that's true. So, we got to talk to all kinds of cool people this last weekend.
It was a lot of fun.
It was. So we got to talk to Little Al and Doug, who were both, working with Harding Racing. But Doug was Little Al's fueler. Back in the day when he won the 500.
He's a fueler now, though, too. That's what's also great.
Yep. Fueler now with Harding. So yeah,
That was fun.
we had a great time with them. They are a hoot.
They really are a hoot.
Oh, they're fun together.
Yes.
They are fun together.
I'm sorry, do you mean Al from Albuquerque?
Yeah. Alonso Jr., I say, go ahead and introduce yourself. And Doug, gives us, a little bit longer introduction.
Spiel.
Alonso Jr. says, "Hi, my name's Alan. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico." And then puts the mic down. Just looked at him like,
Get out of here with that.
GTFOH.
Get out of here with that.
Get out of here with that. Nope. I'm Alan. I'm from Albuquerque, New
That's
Mexico.
when we knew it was going to be amazing.
My favorite was, all right, tell your best story about the two of you, because they've been friends for a long time, and Doug tells a funny story, and then I say to little Al, all right, your turn, and he just says, no, not on stage.
Yeah, he's like, I can't.
And you said, got a PG? Nope.
So I'd like to know what those stories are.
I can't wait to hear those off air.
Hey Al, let's go grab a beer.
Right, let's grab a beer. Al, Doug, beer's on us.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be on stage, but
No, it doesn't have to be on stage at all. Like, we'll take this offline.
I'm just made of questions now.
Yeah, I'm here for stories.
But yeah, that was really fun. Well, and he's been, working with the Harding drivers for the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's been part of that.
Yeah, so that's cool. They've got a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience in the in that team,
yes.
Which is good for a rookie, and it seems to be working out pretty well.
To say it wasn't
it wasn't his best weekend.
It wasn't, but I mean, let's just go ahead and jump on in. I guess it's a good segue.
Yeah.
So it wasn't because the car had a weird fuel cell issue, so they had to take it back behind the wall.
Yep.
I guess starting from the bottom, he did finish last, but he finished running, so they got him back out.
They did.
Which, I mean, that's a testament.
It is.
So, yeah.
But yeah, so it wasn't their best weekend, but you know what? They just won at COTA, so.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. And then, then it was Graham, who also had a car issue.
Yeah.
His car just stopped running. It had given him some wonkiness earlier, and then done. Car decided not today, so started second, finished second to last. There's that consistency.
I mean, I feel like that's just the dichotomy of those two drivers. They either do really well or really shitty.
Exactly. That's Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan in a race.
No middle ground.
Either really, really good or not good at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Chilton, who, as we, I think, mentioned, hit the tire barrier.
Yes.
Not too well for him. Ben Hanley, he actually gained 3 spots, so.
He did, so I did not get my first out point.
No.
Nope.
No. I don't think either of us got a first out point.
We sure did not.
No. Mateus.
Yeah, Mateus laced.
So in the broadcast, when I listened to it, what was interesting was they said that, he was he was a lap down, so he was fighting to get his lap back, which you can do. Like that,
yeah.
If you're 1 lap down, you can fight for that lap back. But at one point, they're like, you know what? He's actually letting the cars who are battling for 1 through 5. He's he's moving over and not impeding their race. He's still driving hard. And I was like, that speaks volumes.
Yeah, that's a very respectable thing to do. He's trying to get his lap back, but at the same time, he's not contending for top 5 spots, and so he's not trying to mess up their race.
What I'm not about to do.
Well, and also, because then it's almost like you kind of have false race results, because it's if this person hadn't had their head up their ass, and
right, if they didn't,
yeah, it's then these people, then they could have actually battled, and so I respect that they.
I do too.
Yeah, that's a
very clutch and classic call.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And then it was Ed Jones, who apparently jumped the start.
Yeah.
Although there was, I guess, a weird start issue. They bunchied at one point.
No, it it was. I was thinking it was Piggott. Yeah, no, it was Jones.
Well, it was not a good weekend for either Ed Carpenter racing car. They both got pretty hefty penalties. So yeah, Ed had to do a drive-through on that one, and that's a hard penalty to recover from.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, it was only lap 2, but still, as a drive-through.
Yep.
You might as well be starting at the back of the field again.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. And then Tony Kanaan.
So, interestingly, we get the here's what they're saying shit after the race. I'm going to go ahead and just read Tony's out loud.
Okay.
Tony Kanaan, number 14, ABC Supply, AJ Foyt Racing, Chevy. Quote, "We shot ourselves in the foot. We need to do a better job. We had a top 12 car, and they miscalculated the fuel twice. That's a very bad mistake. That shouldn't happen, and it cost us."
Tony sounds salty.
Tony sounds. I read that. I mean, it's the shortest quote in that email, and I was like,
Damn.
oh God.
And he's not a
He's-
curt, like he's a talker.
Yeah, and typically like post race, he's at least gonna be like, well, X, Y, and Z, but no,
Yeah, you know that Tony is just a couple words. Like he's sassafras.
he's done. What you won't do to Tony is
Yeah.
miscalculate the fuel twice.
Wow.
Twice. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
Uh,
I want to see them do good.
I do too, but they are just
Breaking our hearts.
every day.
Every corner, every time we turn around.
It makes me sad inside.
Yeah. All right. And then coming in 17th, after starting in 6th, after
Thank-
making it into
yes.
the Fast 6.
I think probably it's his best start since the 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Spencer Piggott
Yeah.
finished 17th.
Because he restarted at the back of the field for an unsafe pit release.
Yeah.
And
he also received a post-race fine for a separate pit safety infraction.
I'm wondering if that's the same lap though. Because one was 64 and one was 65. So something might have happened. We went into his pit and then I don't know. It's weird.
It looks like something on the way in and on the way out.
And it's kind of what I'm wondering is like something on the way in and then on the way out. He just got tapped twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pato Ward finished 17th. He gained 2 spots. He started 18th.
People are talking he had a good race. I mean, he was charging. He was trying to make moves. He was putting down he always puts down a good fight and a good race.
He does. I would have enjoyed seeing him finish a little higher
absolutely.
up. But he does put up a good fight in the race.
Santino
Ferrucci
was he finished 15th, started 10th, so he lost 5 spots.
He did. I was surprised that he started 10th, but I was like, good for him.
All right, cool. But then did not end well.
Did not. Marco finished 14th. He lost 1 spot. Started 13th, finished 14th.
Yeah. Jack started 13th, finished 12th. Nope. Let me flip that. Started 12th, finished
13th. Yep.
Yes. So he also lost a point.
He did, but he made it into the Fast 12. Which was
that's
exciting.
good for him. And he had talked about afterwards that they're really focusing on qualifying, getting good quals, and then that's a good start position. So
yeah. Well, and I mean, he's always a solid. He's a solid person to have on your fantasy team because
he's one of those like he'll bring it home for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you don't have that many DNFs with Jack Harvey.
No.
And, I mean, right there, 12. That's a solid finish. That's points.
That's points. Points, baby.
Points, baby. And he's not that expensive.
No.
Yep, solid. I love Jack Harvey. Veach finished 12th, which is damn impressive considering he started
23rd. I mean,
out of 24.
Yes. He's actually not the biggest mover though, but still.
Which is amazing.
I know. We had some big moves. We had like 2 or 3 or 4 who kind of did like double digit moves in the good direction.
Mm-hmm.
Willpower
finished 11th.
Yeah.
After starting 7th.
He and Simon actually kind of had a tussle a few times, so
they did.
It was kind of fun.
It was. I enjoyed teammate on teammate.
I enjoy teammate on teammate violence, and I know that it's horrible, and I get it, but I also enjoy it a bit because you're like, I'm gonna still race you though.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% here for it every time.
Every time.
Felix Rosenquist finished 10th after starting 17th.
Yeah. I think he could have done better. I'm wondering what happened.
It wasn't a great weekend for him.
No, I know.
I mean, it wasn't
better.
a bad weekend, but there wasn't necessarily anything stellar about it either.
Yeah.
Simon finished 9th after starting 14th.
Yeah. So this is just the first line. This is clutch, and it's Simon of his little quote. It was actually pretty fun out there. A lot of passing, side by side racing, and a lot of strategy going on. Like, of course, it was a lot of fun. Simon post race quote.
Of course.
I had fun.
Oh, he didn't look like he was having fun after warm up. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
No, he was not happy with the speed that they.
They still. I mean, they were
the Penske's. I mean, they struggled this weekend. They were on the struggle bus all weekend long.
It will be interesting to see what goes down in Long Beach.
Yeah, very very interesting.
Ryan Hunter-Ray gained a couple of points, finishing 8th.
Yep, after starting 11th, he also didn't make it into the Fast 6.
He also did not. So, and then Marcus Ericsson. He's the biggest gainer, going from 20th to 7th.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, again, the Schmidt cars, the Aero Schmidt Peterson Motorsport cars. It was a good weekend for them.
It really was.
It was. It was very, very nice.
Yeah, 13 spots.
I mean, damn.
Yeah, that's charging through the field.
That's charging
Who
through.
do you think you are, Rossi?
What the hell is this? You been watching Rossi at last year's 500? Calm down, Rook.
Wasn't he the one that we tweeted about? Is he trying to pass a Foyt car on the outside?
I believe he is. I do like to live dangerously. No, baby, no.
I mean, yeah, you could hardly do anything without seeing Marcus Ericsson trying to pass a car. He
was like, now he's over there.
He was just slicing
now he's
through
over
that
there.
field. Just
now he's behind you. Oh, now he's in front of you.
Yeah, I was
now you
here
see
for
him?
That.
No, you don't.
The Magic Man.
He's the Magic Man.
I mean, because there's been a lot of talk about the other rookies, and there hasn't been as much talk about Marcus Ericsson yet this season. And so I think this race was kind of him being like, "Hi,
I'm here. Hello.
I'm also a member of this stellar crop of rookies, and
I can drive well, and I can put together IKEA furniture very, very well."
Like, he was like, "All right, now that you talked with the others,
hello. Have you met the Ericsson?
Right?
And right next to him, the Hinch.
The Hinch. Finished 6th, started 4th.
Last couple.
It was a great start. I mean,
very,
great qualifying
very,
for him.
Again, solid weekend for the Aero Schmidt Peterson guys. I'm happy. I'm always excited when that team does very well.
Yes, I am too.
Yeah. It just is nice. Of course, then Rossi.
Yep.
He and Newgarden had a great thing at the end, so.
They did.
It was a very, very exciting end battle between those two.
Yeah.
So. I mean, not the greatest for Andretti Autosport as a whole. I mean, but they were in the top 5 as a team, so
they were.
There it is.
Well, and I enjoy the little battle with Rossi and Newgarden, and it's because Rossi battles with a lot of people, and it's nice to see him lose occasionally.
Yeah, I'm not upset. I mean, I'm upset because I want him to win everything, but
sure,
I'm always here for a good battle though. So whoever wins a good battle,
yeah,
I'm here for.
I mean, and they're very well matched. So
yeah, made for fun.
Good stuff. Newgarden finished 4th after starting 16th.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, struggled all weekend. Clearly did not qualify well.
No.
And then finally race morning, something
Yeah, the
clicked.
warm-up, because he was getting quick in the warm-up, and I was like, oh, I think the Penske's figured something out.
Yeah. And then it was like, wait a second, I have won this the last 3 years.
Yeah, no, hold up.
I know he wanted that podium.
He really did, and he was...
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen, because there was actually quite a bit of a gap between he and Bourdais. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nearly 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe more. I can't do math in my head. So 3rd place went to Sébastien Bourdais.
Yeah, sure did. Started 5th, gained 2 spots.
Surprise to no one. Dixon podiumed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, started 3rd, finished 2nd.
Oh, Dix is on the podium. Cool.
Although, I mean, he had the lead for just that long.
Just 2 laps.
Yep, that was it.
I think it might have been during that pit sequence.
It was.
Yeah.
And then Sato
won it. Pole to pole. What is it? Coast to coast if you start from the pole and win the race. Is that what they call it?
Coast to coast?
I think I don't know. There's some term they use if you start a race from the pole and you end it. I thought it was coast to coast, but I could be 100% wrong on that.
I mean, it might be.
Somebody will at us, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
this.
sure.
All right. Also, it was actually his first road course pole. That was the stat.
Oh.
Not his first road course win, though.
Nope. We saw him win in Portland.
I was going to say, he did just win last year at Portland. I mean,
Yep.
we were there, so
We saw him win in Portland. That was cool.
Whatever. It's okay. So
Right.
It's fine.
We got to take some winner circle photos.
That was a lot of fun, actually.
That was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun there.
And he's just an excited winner.
I enjoy him as a person, and when he wins, he is overly enthusiastic.
I love it. I love the level of excitement.
You need to be that excited when you win. Even if it's your 100th, I want you to, rip something off of the stage. You're so excited.
Yeah.
Take the champagne bottle and just smash it on the ground at the end and be like, ah!
Yeah. Full on lose your shit.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I want.
Mm-hmm.
What was interesting is they had you were either trying to do a two stop, which nobody ended up doing because I think the yellow kind of funked, or a 3-stop, and people were stretching it out. At the beginning, they're okay, they're supposed to be doing a 3-stopper, but they're stopping kind of late or really, really early. So there was pit stop, and by pit stop, I mean the timing of when you were going to do it strategery.
Mm-hmm. There was.
Races may not be won and lost in the pits, but they are won and lost in your strategies.
They are.
So there you go. Although Katie's not a pit reporter for IndyCar, so we don't hear that as much.
We don't.
I don't understand what happened with that, but oh well. I have no idea, so I can't even make anything up.
Yeah.
It was good. I was excited.
It was a good race.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. And the crowd was fantastic. I mean, camping sold out.
Camping sold out.
Like,
Surprise.
I didn't look what
we did end up getting a spot, obviously.
We did, yep. I didn't look at what, ratings were or any of that business.
Somebody had that the TV rating was unbelievably low, like a 0.2.
Wow.
I know, and I have no idea why.
I don't either. Well, it's hard when you're not there live. If you're a casual fan, it's not exciting when there's not that many lead changes.
Perhaps.
So I can understand.
Well, we did have lead changes though.
I mean, but it was more like pit cycling changes. Because Takuma led for the majority of the race.
Yeah, I mean he led 30 out of the.
Yeah.
However many.
I mean, there was a little bit of lead change, but not a lot. There weren't a ton of battles for first and things like that. And
the problem is they need to also look mid to back field because we had shit go. I mean, we've had this discussion around 14 different times, but like there was battles going on mid pack. Like there was battles in that
entire time.
10th, 11th, 12th, 13th spot was fighting, and it just irritates me.
I'm with you.
Irritates me. Yeah, so I
mean, spots 4 to 15 were shuffling the entire race.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So makes me mad.
But wow, I'm surprised it was so low because it was a good race.
It was a fantastic race.
Yeah.
I think though, unfortunately, it's one of those tracks that doesn't translate well to television.
It doesn't.
Because while there are so many elevation changes there, it's hard to see it on the TV.
It is.
So I don't know. It's weird. So it started 3 o'clock our time, which was 4 on the East Coast.
Yeah, it's later in the day on a Sunday.
4 on a Sunday.
Getting into dinner time.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It will be interesting. Nobody
I
will
also
have
think they should start that race earlier in the day.
Yeah.
You leave yourself no room for error.
No. Also, it'd be helpful when we drive back if they would start just a scotch earlier.
Just a scotch. Because we put everything up after the race because, well, shit needed to dry out.
Exactly.
And so it's like we had to come back and pack up, and then by the time we got out of there, I mean, it was late.
It was like 8.
Yeah.
Towards the latter half of 8.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I was told because I sent a text like, all right, well, we're leaving.
Yeah. I didn't even tell my family we were leaving.
Somebody else should know that's not in this car.
Right. At some point, I was like, man, Molly's family knows it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, they went to sleep. I want to point that out. At no point were they waiting up for us to come home.
Sure. Well, I was like, my mom's not even in the contiguous 48 states, so it really doesn't matter.
Well,
if
okay,
she knows
yeah.
when we leave.
She's like, okay, well.
Right. I'm like, she was in Anchorage last week, so.
Yeah, I can't even do that time zone, man. That's straight crazy.
Yeah.
Nope. Not doing it.
I think it's 5 hours. I think it's not. Yeah, because Hawaii was 6.
Why? Yeah, I think it's right in between because it's.
5, yeah.
I think it's like West Coast, Cali, then Alaska, then Hawaii. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm picturing the time zone graphic.
The map, yep. But yeah, no, if they did just a little earlier, we'd really appreciate that.
Really nice, guys. Thanks.
We would really appreciate that.
But no, I had a blast. I think it was a great race and definitely exciting. Especially going into Long Beach.
Yeah.
So in the standings, the first 6 in the standings are all from different teams.
That's fantastic.
And
I
like,
love that.
What the hell? So that's very exciting. Very cool.
That is very cool.
So it'll be fun going into Long Beach. I think Long Beach is a great race, and it's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. Speaking of the standings.
Yes.
Let's see. Number 1 right now, Joseph Newgarden.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Scott Dixon. 3,
Surprise. Shocker.
Right, 3 is Sato. Of course, Dixon's number 2 with no wins and no poles.
Because he podiums all the fucking time.
I mean, just Dixon things.
It's just hashtag Dixon things.
Yeah.
Put that on a shirt.
Yes. Number 4, Rossi, also no wins and no poles.
Just again.
Yeah, Rossi things.
Rossi things.
Number 5 is Herta.
Yeah.
And number 6 is Bourdais. And then I'll just say number 7 because Bourdais only has 1 point on Hinchcliffe.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say the first 7 are different teams? I think I misspoke. It's the first 7 are different teams. You have to go to Ryan Hunter-Reay, who's 8th, before you get a repeat team. Like, that's
amazing.
That speaks highly of how good this season's going to be.
It does.
We say after the 3rd race.
But it does.
So, yeah.
Excuse me. So, yeah, exciting start.
Exciting start, and it just keeps on going because we are about to go to Long Beach, which first, before we pop over to Long Beach, we should talk about May for his coach because Fernando Alonso revealed like the car and his little fire suit, which is blue with an orange stripe, and I was laughing.
The papaya-colored car.
The papaya car with blue.
Oh, that's what we had in Hawaii. Remember, there was I don't know. I was having a conversation with somebody. I couldn't remember what fruit they had out for us, and they were like, "Was it a mango?" I'm like, "No, I know it wasn't a mango."
It wasn't a mango. That's right. It was a papaya. Yeah. So he revealed his stuff, and then he had a private test session today at Texas Motor Speedway.
Oh.
Getting ready for the big one. Can't wait.
So exciting.
So close. We have like one race, and then we're in May.
Oh, God. It's already May in my heart.
I mean, it's always May.
It's always May. It's always May for me.
And somewhere deep inside my recesses, there's a little warm glow of May. Excuse you. Not Abby, my dog. I'm sorry. Abby's not aggressively.
Like, that's not directed to me.
I was like, wait a minute.
I'm not the one who's breathing like a serial killer over there.
All right. Well, let's switch over to Long Beach. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right. The track, it's a temporary street course, 11 turns. It is in total 1.968 miles. Our drivers will do 80 laps for a total of 157.4 miles.
Yeah.
It's the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. So the hashtag is AGPLB. AGPLB. That's the hashtag to use, all of you young folk.
Yep.
Agrabla.
Yeah, no.
We can't say it. It's not fun.
It's not a great hashtag.
It's not a great hashtag. No. So this is the second longest race in the, not longest as in track, but longest running race. Second, of course, to the Indianapolis 500.
You're damn right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Right.
Just saying. So Elio has the fastest lap from 2007, where he went 106.98 miles. Most wins as a team is Newman Haas, and a gentleman named Al from Albuquerque holds the most wins on that course.
Oh, I would bet that Harding's going to do pretty well.
Sorry, as soon as I was like, oh,
Al from Albuquerque.
Get out of here.
Get off my stage.
We kick Al Unser Jr. off of the stage.
Oh.
That would be fun, actually.
It would be.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. There'd be a moment where I'd laugh.
Oh, my gosh, he would laugh.
He would.
He'll come back for the next one with that stick you asked him about.
It's going to happen. Hashtag broomstick.
Yeah. Oh, Roger had the stick.
Roger had the stick. Remember, RP. Of course, RP has the stick.
Of course, RP has the stick.
Of course.
RP still walking around with the stick.
RP has the stick. You just don't see it.
Yeah.
But that's how
that sounded. Yeah, not in that way.
Nope, not in that way. Nope,
not like
that. Wait,
not like that.
No.
No.
So in 16, Simon won. In 17, Hinchcliffe won, which that was his first win after, the shish kebab.
Yes.
And then last year, of course, Rossi won. Rossi also got the pole last year, too. When I was just fine. No big deal.
I mean, yeah.
So,
I believe that was the race where you started saying that he was going to win the championship.
I believe I've always been saying, watch out for him.
Yeah.
But after that, I was like...
Did that age well for you last year, though?
He came in second, so basically... It's Scott Dixon.
Some people think the second place is just the first loser.
I believe that Scott Dixon should never count. Because you can't bet on Scott to win the championship. You can't.
I mean, you can, but it's like cheating.
It's cheating, basically. Yeah. Oh, God. What are you excited about for this?
Well, it's been a long time since I've been out to California, actually.
I'm talking about the damn race. You're like, I'm excited to go to Cali.
Well, I mean, I am, okay?
I mean, I am, too.
I'm excited for the whole experience, the whole weekend.
You mean when we go and find all the restaurants?
Yeah. No, we already started looking at bars and restaurants and things that are right close to the race circuit.
Right there?
We've got an Airbnb. We're staying in somebody's condo. So if you suddenly don't hear from us, we've been murdered.
Yes, please call our parents.
Call our parents and let Airbnb know.
Don't worry. Chick Helliger is one of our Twitter followers.
Right.
Just tweet at him and he'll get real confused.
Oh, yeah. But no, I'm excited. It's our first time to go there. I always enjoy the first time going to a race.
I really do too, and it just always looks like a really pretty race on the.
It does look like a really
and
fun
a fun race. I mean, last year that was that really cool pass by Sebastian Bourdais that ultimately got him a penalty, but fuck it. I mean, he basically was like, "I'm doing it for the gram."
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, "It's gonna look real good on TV, though."
Yeah, that was
That's exactly what happened.
fantastic. So yeah, I'm excited about it. And we haven't. I mean, the only other like temporary street course we've been to is St. Pete.
So this is
our second street course. So I'm excited to see how there's a setup and just all of that. Just because they do things a little bit different for this particular race. So I'm excited, and it's just gonna be beautiful because we're gonna be surrounded by the ocean. Again,
here for that.
We're going coast to coast.
Yes, we went coast to coast for IndyCar. There you go.
Yep.
I like this.
See the sights.
Travel the world.
Yeah.
I'm getting us those shirts whenever they go on sale.
Yeah.
It's happening.
No, we need them.
Especially after this season. I might not be able to afford it though.
God, yeah, no. Somebody else should buy them for us because
please buy them for
all
us.
my money went to plane tickets and camping equipment. But yeah, and with how the standings are, I'm excited to see who's got things dialed in.
Right, like obviously our bigger teams didn't have things dialed in quite as well for Barber. Like, how is Penske and Andretti Autosport going to roll off? Like, I would expect a much quicker roll off for those two. If not, oof.
Very unhappy RP and Michael Andretti.
I don't want to be that team going into May. Like, we don't know, boss.
No.
Guess what I know? You out.
Yeah, it's going to be a real long discussion if our powerhouse teams don't do well next weekend.
I mean,
that team meeting leading into May is not going to be fun.
Part of me doesn't want that to happen.
Part of me does.
Part of me really wants like.
Oh, we were laughing talking about after qualifications that Roger Penske just had all the engineers in one room and was like, "Put me on speakerphone."
Right, just put me on speakerphone. Boop. 100%. That's what happened.
As he's boarding his private plane.
Because the FAA rules do not apply to RP.
Nope.
No.
Anybody want to explain to me how this happened? Really? Sato,
really? The amount of times that was said at quals and at the end of the race, we're all like, Sato? Really?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel like RP 100% said the same thing.
Yeah.
Sato, really?
You want to tell me how both Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan cars placed first and second? Both of them.
Both.
And
none of us got into the Fast Six. You want to explain that to me?
I hope you all enjoyed your Christmas bonuses last year because it's not happening.
Santa's dead.
You just hear this tapping in the background. That's all right. I got the stick with me this time. I was up. So when we were at the warm-up, I was up at the end where Will's stand is. And so RP's there. And I was like, oh, the captain is not pleased right now.
The captain, he's angry.
I mean, he is. He was like stoic and stern-faced, like, I'm going to kill somebody this week, and I don't know who yet. Like, he had not decided who he was going to kill.
But RP demanded blood.
But somebody was sacrificed.
Yeah.
So look on the job boards. I'm sure there's an opening. I don't know where yet.
Oh, hilarious. What are you most excited about?
Well, I was saying, kind of with you, with the standings being all kind of catawampus, and part of me thinks we might again see, probably not. I mean, statistics say one of those teams is going to do really well, but about part of me also thinks like we might still have like a smaller team come up and win. I mean, Hinch won it 2 years ago. Like, it could happen. So I'm a little excited about that. And of course, going out there to see the race in person, it's always so pretty on TV.
It is.
It's California.
It's California.
I'm here for that. There's water. Although we were just near water, like, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, it feels like.
Yeah. Actually,
like a month ago.
Yeah, like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, but my body demands water right now.
Yes.
So I'm excited about that, and I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a good race.
I'm excited. Well, and if you want to make sure that you follow us and keep up with everything that we're doing, if you're not coming to Long Beach, make sure you check out all of our social media. You can find it all from our website, www.fastcarsfastgirls.com. You can link to our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter. We're on Snapchat on race weekends.
I appreciate that we have to always say that.
Right, just race weekends.
Just race weekends.
In fact, Dan actually added me on Snapchat, and I think that he thinks the Fast Cars Fast Girls is my personal, because when I signed in, I had like 4 videos from like 2 weeks ago. So I got to tell him like that's the FCFG. I'm only signed in on race weekends.
But were they risque videos or just like
no? It was
videos?
like just random stuff, which is why I think he thinks it's my personal.
Well, some people
it had
just
nothing to do with.
Did he send it to you like personally, or is it more like in his story?
It was like it got sent to multiple people.
Okay, well,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Like I don't know how Snapchat works. Do we need to discuss the experiences I've recently had on Snapchat?
Yeah.
But yeah, so Snapchat of race weekends. But yes, and on the website you can find all of Molly's blogs and her write-ups after races, write-ups on different racers and different teams and whatnot.
Another fun shit I just think about sometimes. Like, yeah, I should buy a boat, but I will write about this instead because I ain't got no money.
Right. Instead, I will write. And while you're online, make sure that you like, rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff, so that you get updated every time we drop a new episode.
Yep.
You can do it right from there. You can listen right from there. You can also listen on our YouTube, on our Facebook, and every podcast app. Everywhere.
App. All of them.
All of them.
All of the apps.
All of the apps.
All of the apps.
And then make sure that you also check out IndyCarNation, which is indycarnation.indycar.com. That's the official fan community for IndyCar. And they're who hosted the autograph session. We were able to get up and interview Little Al from Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And Doug. And they're the ones who put together that autograph session and kind of do all kinds of cool experiences for fans throughout the whole year. So make sure you check them out. Get yourself a membership. If you're not already a member, you can win all kinds of really fun activities.
A lot of fun. Funtivities.
Funtivities.
Yes. You can get
so much room for funtivities.
So much room for funtivities.
You get hot laps. You can get a 2-seater ride.
Which somebody else had. Jim and Rayanne did a hot lap. They're like, oh my God, we think our hot lap driver is Larry Foyt. And we were like, oh God.
We were like, it's going to be.
You're going to need to buckle it in. And when they got off, they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, Rayanne said her legs were jello.
Like, yeah, that's exactly it.
I mean, we were like, was it not the most fun thing?
There was a moment where you feel like you're going to die, but at the same time, you're like, this is amazing. I'm going to die, though.
Oh, honestly, Larry Foyt is who you want as your hot lap driver.
Yes.
It's unreal.
I mean, Gail's good, too, though.
Yeah. I've not ridden with Gail.
Oh, I had Gail at
Gateway.
But yeah, no, Larry, especially on a road course.
Right. Because Gail was never a race car driver.
No.
So she doesn't have that complete no fear of death.
But like, meh.
Larry accepted he was probably going to die young decades ago.
And just went for it.
Yeah.
And just has never ever stopped.
No, he never has.
No.
But makes for a great hot lap.
Does. All right. Well, I think we're going to talk about our choices real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Who are you thinking for first?
I mean, it's still early. I'm going to say Dixie.
All right.
He's warming up.
I almost wrote Dixie down. I want you to know that. I was like, nope, take out that I. Just put an O and an N. I picked Rossi. I think he's been good, but kind of the same thing as Dixon. Like, all right, it's time to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we're going to have a conversation about his performance and his performance expectations and how he's not meeting them right now. And
yeah. If
you want to get an outstanding or exceeds expectations, I'm gonna need you to pull it up a little bit right now. Okay.
Yeah, get it together.
It's gonna be a very concerning job review. Otherwise,
together.
I did Sebastian Bourdais for 5th, so top 5. I got Bourdais.
Yeah, he's coming out. He's having a real strong season.
He's won here before. He's had a good showing here before. I'm kind of here for him.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think Hench is going to be top 5. Again.
Okay. I was about to say that's who you were thinking, and that's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. How about top 10?
Paggi.
All right.
Pagano.
Yeah. I did Ericsson.
Nice. Solid choice.
I think the Aero Schmidt-Pearson kiddos, Jesus, are kind of cresting, kind of coming up. So I think this is going to be a good race for them.
I think so.
And then my first out is Tony Kanaan. And I don't really like writing that, but with the whole thing at Barber, and he's like, I'm just going to focus on my quals and like push. And I'm like, that's usually never a good
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter where you qualify if your team can't do fuel math.
Yeah, so I'm concerned that there might just be over eagerness, and that will, even for
Yeah.
a veteran, that can sometimes end up with a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So
It sure can.
how about you?
It sure can.
Ben Hanley is not racing.
Thank you. No, I don't know that I want to pick it back to back. That just feels hateful.
It does feel a little hateful, right?
Yeah, it does. I'm gonna say I want to pick somebody like really unexpected.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Ryan Hunter-Ray.
Ooh, RHR. Okay.
It's been a couple races since he has had a DNF. He's due. That man's got bad luck.
That engine's gonna fucking blow again.
Yeah.
It's the last
He'll be smoking fast.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. We'll see what happens. As far as the drinking game. Is
There's
that
an
the
ice cream
first
truck.
ice cream truck of the season is driving past?
Wow.
That's not the drinking game.
No, that's just interesting. A little early.
A little early, please, because
A little bit to be in a neighbor. Yeah.
it doesn't stop until like September.
Ugh.
Yeah. So obviously, anytime they start talking about May,
Yes.
that has to happen. Also, remember the Alonso drink, the
Yes.
season-long one, especially now that he's like unveiled everything and had a private
yeah.
sesh. They're going to talk about him.
So that's a drink every time.
That's a drink. If they've mentioned how long this race has been in existence, because they don't do it,
That's a drink.
that's a drink. And I think they're going to be interviewing Little Al a lot.
a lot.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's also a drink.
I think so.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I think at some point we're going to have a drinking game about the rookies.
Yeah. I don't know
Because
how to do that
everybody's
yet.
jumped on board about the ridiculous talent in the rookies.
You know what? Since Sato won, and there was that really nice article about how like the old guard still hasn't given up yet. I bet so. A drinking game, like if they mention a rookie and then they turn around and be like, "But the old timers are still in the fight," like some shit like that. That's gonna be a drink.
Yeah.
That's a drink.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I will say that what I really appreciate is that when Doug and Little Al were getting on the stage, just as a final, this is kind of a non sequitur, but as a final joke, as we're getting on the stage, because they were the steps, they're like, "No, you go, no, you go, no, you go." And I just looked at both and I said, "Age before beauty." And they both turned to each other and said, "That's you." I was like, I'm here for the friendship level here.
Like I was already like, I feel like we all just became best friends.
Yeah. Age before beauty. That's you.
That's you. Gosh darn it.
Uh,
All right.
Hilarious. So yeah, great weekend. Another great weekend coming up. I'm excited for it.
Yep. When you want to white flag it? What do you
I
got?
think so.
Excitement, is that your white flag?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. I'm kind of here for it. I'm just ready to go.
Excitement and again eating fresh seafood on the beach.
Yes.
Oh,
The only place I'll do it is when
Yeah.
I can see the ocean. Then I will eat seafood.
we are gonna have some good sushi.
Yes.
That's happening.
Yes.
What's your white flag?
I'm here for it. Yeah. I'm excited. Although part of me is like, oh my God. I spent 3 days at work, left. Another 3 days at work, left.
Mm.
Coming back for a 3-day week because we get Friday off. That's
Oh.
right. We get Good Friday off. Nobody in the state ever complains about it because they don't want to be that person
Lucky
who makes us
You.
lose a holiday. That's why.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever say anything.
Huh.
They will not make it out of the government center alive. So, yeah. So, while I'm excited, I'm soon to be excited to be at home for a bit because it's May.
It's May. I do enjoy that during May we get to sleep in our own beds.
That is nice.
It is very nice
All
because
right.
we've been on the road a lot. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, you guys have a great week. Thanks for listening.
Bye.